Payday loans in Ohio. Get the money you need fast. What kind of hardship is right for you for payday loans in Ohio? Ohio's short-term loans will help individuals who cannot afford to pay their bills. Owning a loan can help them keep up with the total amount they need to pay on the bills they're still supporting. For more information, read our today's article. What is a payday loan? You can borrow money with a payday loan to cover any unexpected needs that could come up before your next paycheck. They are intended to provide borrowers with rapid cash so they may take care of an urgent need before receiving their next paycheck. Following that, short-term loans can be paid back with interest on the client's subsequent payment date. Although there are opportunities to borrow for a longer duration, the typical short-term loan lasts about 2 weeks. Does Ohio have payday loans? Yes, Ohio citizens can now legally get short-term loans. These loans have a lengthy history in Ohio, and rules have evolved over time. The existing regulations governing these lending choices aim to give borrowers the best possible protection. Currently, an Ohio short-term loan with an APR, annual or gross interest rate, of up to 28% cannot be used to borrow more than $1,000. Borrowers have a minimum of 91 days and a maximum of 1 year to repay their loans. With precise regulations addressing fees, Ohio is one of the states with the most regulations for short-term loans. For instance, short-term loan lenders in Ohio are required to make sure that the overall cost of the loan, including interest and other costs, does not go beyond 60% of the loan's initial balance. Apply this first fee restriction, which stipulates that it cannot exceed 2% of the loan sum in accordance with Ohio law. How much can I borrow with payday loans in Ohio? Payday loans are short-term loans, high interest rates, usually $1,000 or less, usually due on the next payday. Many short-term lenders require borrowers to provide access to their checking accounts. Borrowers typically pay a fee on the loan, up to $15 for every $100 borrowed. Additionally, the loan can have an annual percentage rate, APR, of 400% or more. Short-term loans in Ohio are available to property owners at a standard rate of $15 for every $100 borrowed. The maximum loan amount is $500 and the minimum loan term is 14 days. There are no restrictions on the use of short-term loan funds. Borrowers considering taking out a short-term loan must consider other options. Are Ohio payday loans legal? Yes. Short-term loans are permitted in Ohio and are subject to state regulation. Companies offering these loans must get licenses to operate both online and offline. The maximum loan amount is $500. With a 31-day minimum duration, Ohio payday loans must be transparent about loan details including interest rates and costs. Your loan may be extended for a further 60 days without incurring any further fees. Some advantages of Ohio payday loans can be mentioned as: there are many options between stores and online providers for you to get an Ohio short-term loan. Even if your credit history is lower than normal, there's a good chance you'll be approved because what Ohio short-term lenders are looking for is a steady job. The application is extremely easy as all you need to do is go through the online process and upload the documents to be verified electronically. After completing the profile types, you will receive the money immediately or a few hours later. Tips for using payday loans responsibly. Payday loans can be a helpful tool for managing unexpected expenses. But it is important to use them responsibly to avoid falling into a cycle of debt. Remember that payday loans are a temporary solution to a financial problem, and it is important to address the underlying issue to avoid relying on payday loans in the future. Here are some pointers regarding the responsible use of payday loans. Only borrow what you can afford to pay back. Before taking out a payday loan, calculate how much you need and how much you can realistically pay back with your next paycheck. Only borrow what you can afford to pay back in full, including the interest and fees. Use payday loans as a last resort. Payday loans can be a helpful option for emergency expenses, but they should not be used as a long-term solution to ongoing financial problems. If you find yourself needing to use payday loans frequently, it may be a sign of a larger financial issue that needs to be addressed. Make payments on time. Late or missed payments can result in additional fees and interest, and can also damage your credit score. Make sure to make payments on time and in full to avoid additional costs and penalties. Conclusion: in conclusion, payday loans are legal in Ohio, but they are subject to strict regulations to protect consumers. Ohio law limits the amount of the loan, interest rates, and fees that lenders can charge.